With all the recent concerns about tomato mix and paste in Ghana, I thought it's wise to share this very simple recipe, which you can make at home. It's enriched with nutrients, packed with flavor, and the best part, it has no preservatives. And with just simple ingredients, you can make this for yourself. It's perfect for your jollof, stew, or even your baby's food. So let's get started. So these are my ingredients. I'm going to wash them very well and peel whichever ones I have to peel, cut them up into sizable pieces, and then we are going to start with the recipe. So I am using frozen fresh tomatoes. I keep my tomatoes in the freezer, okay? So that's why you can see them looking the way they are looking, right? And then I'm going to wash them like I said, and then we'll get started on the recipe. So in my saucepan here, I have my tomatoes. So what happens when you freeze the tomatoes and they thaw is that they become a little mushy. Yeah, so that's what you're seeing in the pan, and it makes the skin come off very easily. If you have a good blender, of course, you can leave the skin on. Also, you can take out the seeds if you want, but because I used frozen tomatoes, I didn't have the luxury to do that. Okay, so once that is in my pan or my pot, I'm going to add my beetroot and my carrots. So I already have fire under this pot. So it's on medium heat. No need to rush the process. In all, it takes about 45 minutes. So just a heads up, okay? So once these go in, I'll just cover without adding any water and allow the juices from these vegetables to cook themselves, basically. But because the tomatoes were frozen, it retained a lot of water. I even had to pour some out anyway. So when that goes in, I cover and then leave it on medium heat for say about 7 minutes. And this is what we are working with now. At the moment, I'm going to go in with the rest of my ingredients, or well, some of my ingredients that are remaining. Okay, I'm adding some ginger, garlic, onions, and then some akokomesa. So akokomesa is equivalent to basil, or do some people call it basil? I don't know, but basil. That's what I mean. Okay. And we are adding that for the pop of flavor. Bear in mind, all these vegetables I'm using are packed with nutrients. Okay. So the akukomesa or basil adds sort of like depth to the flavor in addition to the nutrients you're already getting from these vegetables. Okay. And I'm going to drop in one bay leaf. There's a member of my family who hates the taste of bay leaf, so I'm not going to overdo this. I'll just take it out in a matter of minutes, okay? But just add some flavor to what we are doing today. And then I'm adding my natural herbs. So that video is already on my channel. You can check it out. I'll leave the link in the description box, okay? So once again, I cover and give it about 10 minutes. And this is what we are working with at the moment. As you saw in the beginning, there was no water added, but you can see that the juices from all these vegetables have come up beautifully, and we're going to wait for these juices or the liquid to simmer down beautifully before we proceed with this recipe. So like I said in the beginning, this process takes about 45 minutes and all, so do not rush it, okay? If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Yasmi. You're so welcome to the Taste and Bloom Kitchen. Make yourself comfortable, subscribe, and join this amazing blooming family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch me. I am truly appreciative. Please give me a like on this video as well, and also share when you're done watching. So this is the end result of our process basically. Okay, our vegetables have cooked down beautifully. What I'm going to do at this moment is turn off the flame and then allow it to cool down a bit. So with what I'll be using to blend the vegetables, it's metal, so I don't need to let the vegetables cool down completely before I use it. Okay, this is my fufu maker, or what do you even call it, processor, whatever it is. Okay, so I'll just transfer the vegetable mix into the machine, let me put it like that, and then blend till it's very, very smooth. If you have an immersion blender, no need to transfer it anywhere, just mash it up in your pot and then you're good to go. If you're using a normal blender as well, that's fine, just blend it till it's smooth. You can even use the dry mill blender. It will also mash it up very well for you. Okay, so yeah, I'm ready to blend this into a fine paste. So of course, after I'm done blending, I'll make sure this is cooled down completely before putting it into my fridge. So here I'm showing you 3 ways you can store this. First of all, you can put this in the freezer. You cannot even store it in ice cube trays so that you just pop in a few when you're ready to cook your jollof, your stew, baby food, whatever it is. Okay. If this video has been helpful, do give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Share when you're done watching. And promise me you're going to try this because you're going to love it. And until we meet again in another video, please don't forget to keep blooming.